Morning, everybody, and I'll open the meeting at 9 o'clock. We have Councillor Hancock and Councillor Burkett online, and if someone could move a leave of absence for Councillor Seawright. Councillor Davis.
I'd like to move that apologies be received and leave of absence granted for Councillor Brendan Seawright for this meeting.
Seconder, Councillor Brumpton. All those in favour?
Yes.
Yes.
8-0. All right, could somebody move the confirmation of the minutes of the ordinary meeting on the 29th of July 2026? Councillor Brumpton.
I move that the minutes of the ordinary meeting held on the 29th of July 2026 be confirmed.
Seconder, Councillor Davis.
Sorry,
No.
I wasn't here.
Oh. Councillor Vincent. All those in favour?
Yes.
Yes.
8-0.
Sorry.
11.1. 27. Let's find the page. 11.1, debt borrowing policy. Councillor Brumpton.
I move that Council adopt the attached debt borrowing policy for 2026-27.
Seconder, Councillor Vincent. Like to speak, Councillor?
Just to say that this is part of our normal business each year. We're adopting the debt borrowing policy for this financial year. It's required.
Anyone else like to speak? Let's go to the vote. All those in favour?
Yes.
Yes.
8-0. 11.2, rates and charges, rebate and concessions policy. Have a mover? Councillor Brumpton.
I move that Council 1 adopt the revised rates and charges, rebate and concessions policy as attached to this report. 2, note that the adoption of the rates and charges, rebate and concessions policy repeals and supersedes all historical policies relating to rates and charges, rebates and concessions.
Seconder, Councillor Davis. Would you like to speak, Councillor?
Thanks, Mayor. Again, as per the previous one, each year we have to adopt these as part of our requirements, and we've reviewed them in a briefing and happy to support this.
Anyone else like to speak? Let's go to the vote. All those in favour?
Yes.
Yes.
8-0. 11.3, 25-26, Quarter 4 Progress Report Operational Plan to the 30th of June 2026. Do I have a mover? Councillor Vincent.
Checking it hasn't changed. I move that Council 1 receive and note the 2025-26 Quarter 4 Operational Plan Report. 2, endorse the Quarter 4 report as presented in accordance with Section 104(7) of the Local Government Act 2009. Just a quick question on that one.
Yeah, a seconder. Councillor Davis, do you have a question, Councillor?
Just making sure that that was uploaded, the changes that needed to be made to that report.
Yeah, definitely. That was for the operational plan.
Yes.
Yeah, that's correct. Those been, it was republished yesterday.
Okay.
For those changes that were indicated there. There was one regarding the governance section there that was just a
Deleted.
Yeah, just
technical
a
thing, so
deleted.
that's been corrected. Yeah.
Okay, that's great.
Oh, good. Would you like to speak, Councillor?
So this wraps up the end of financial year for our operational plan for last year. Just a quick thank you to the staff for the work that they put behind the reporting there, and also the work that gets done throughout the year operationally to achieve what council wants achieved. We do note that there are some that have been rolled into the new financial year operational plan just due to the number of strategies that were undertaken last year and are now moving into the action planning. So some of those points are there. So yeah, thank you through the Deputy CEO, just to the staff for the work that's done on not only the work throughout the year but also the reporting for everybody to read what's occurred.
Thank you. Anyone else like to speak? Councillor Brumpton.
Just reinforcing what Councillor Vincent was saying, I'd like to really thank the staff. We've put a lot of work into reporting on what we are achieving, but also I'd like to acknowledge, even though there's some things that are carried over, there was a lot of work done last year, and we're really happy to see all those plans in place, or some of them that we didn't quite finish, but they'll be ready for this year. And it's really setting us up for these next 2 years to to get the rubber on the road and keep on keeping on. So really appreciate the work that's been done, both on meeting the planned goals, but also on the reporting and making it easier for us to track where things are at. So
Yeah, I too would like to
Yes.
say thank you. And you've got a bigger year this year, so sorry about that. Anyway, but thank you all. It's a great job. Anyone else like to speak? Like to sum up, councillor?
No, not really. Just, do acknowledge what Councillor Brumpton said. There was some things that were not completed at June 30 but have been completed since then. So thank you again to the team.
Okay, let's go to the vote. All those in favour?
Yes.
Yes.
8-0. 11.4, adoption of the Cemeteries Master Plan. Councillor Brompton.
I move that Council 1 adopt the Maranoa Cemeteries Master Plan as presented in Attachment 1 as Council's strategic framework for the long-term planning, management and development of its operational and historical cemeteries. 2, note that the project's priorities, delivery stages and cost estimates identified in the master plan are indicative planning information and do not constitute approval, funding or a commitment by Council to deliver individual projects within the identified timeframes. 3, note that individual projects arising from the master plan will be subject to separate consideration by Council through its annual budget, long-term financial planning and other applicable decision-making processes.
Seconder. Councillor Vincent, would you like to speak, councillor?
Yes, Mayor, thank you. This is a really comprehensive report that we've discussed at a council briefing, and it's great to see the amount of work that was done. I know, even though it's not sort of listed in the Act as a core business of council, it certainly is, and it's something that the community are very keen to see, that we maintain our cemeteries and have a forward plan. We know we can't get it perfect all the time, and at least this way we have a plan for where we're going in the future, acknowledging that, as we've said in the motion, that we have to commit money as we go, and we might not meet all the timeframes, but at least we have a very comprehensive forward plan about where we might be able to go into the future, and I commend this to the council and the community as well.
Thank you. Anyone else like to speak? I was just looking for Dale to see if he
Sorry,
was...
he's sick today.
Oh, he's sick because,
yeah.
we know how hard he's worked
Yes.
for probably the last 20 years. But so we'd just like to say thank you to all his staff and him, because it's an amazing project. So let's hope we can find some money to keep it going. So anyone else like to speak?
Yes, Mayor, I'd like to just say thanks to the staff. It has been a momentous task, and I think it's very comprehensive, like Councillor Brumpton said, but it is a very hot topic out in my area, and has been for a long time, and it's good to see some forward planning, and hopefully answers a lot of the questions that have been asked over a long time. So congratulations to all involved.
Thank you, councillor. Anyone else like to speak? Let's go to the vote. All those in favour?
Yes.
Yes.
8-0.
Mayor, I'll make sure that feedback is to Dale. So
Yeah, that'd be good. I bet he's smiling even if he doesn't feel well. 13.1, 2025-21594, request for negotiated infrastructure charges notice. Do I have a mover? Councillor Flynn.
Madam Mayor, I'll move that Council resolve 1, that the representations received in relation to the infrastructure charges notice for change approval other for a material change of use, a storage facility, low impact industry, warehouse and transport depot at 8L Fleming Drive, Roma, described as Lot 8 on SP 250496, be approved in part, and that a negotiated infrastructure charges notice be issued with gross floor area charges being corrected and the impervious area charges remaining unchanged.
A seconder? Councillor Davis, would you like to speak, councillor?
Just to say that this particular application has been a fairly lengthy process. There's been a deal of work for the staff involved, and that there is still some negotiations to go on with the applicant to resolve the position for the future.
Thank you. Anyone else like to speak? Let's go to the vote. All those in favour?
Yes.
Yes.
8-0. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. (13.2) Queensland Music Trails Outback Connector Proposal 2027. Councillor Flynn, you want to declare?
I have a conflict of interest. Item number 13.2, the title Queensland Music Trails Outback Connector Proposal 2027. The declaring councillor is myself, Peter Flynn. The action, conflict of interest. I inform the meeting that I've perceived conflict of interest due to my executive position on the Eastern Country Incorporated Committee, who have an involvement in a similar music festival. I'll leave the meeting and not participate in the decision.
Thank you, councillor. Councillor Flynn has left the room. Do I have a mover? Councillor Davis.
I move that council approve in-kind support for Queensland music festivals for the 2027 Outback Connector event to a maximum value of $2,500, with funds drawn from GL 2880.2001.2001, marketing and events, attraction, materials and services.
Seconder. Councillor Vincent, would you like to speak, councillor?
Just briefly, this event will, the organisers anticipate attendance from 150 to 400 people. It does kick off their what would
Trail?
trail, like the kick off their trail in Roma. In Roma and Maranoa, we're spoilt for events. This is just a little bit we can do to provide some in-kind assistance to those event organisers. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else like to speak? We'll go to the vote. All those in favour?
Yes.
Yes.
7-0. Thank you. Councillor Flynn is back in the room. 13.3, Queensland Parks and Wildlife Services mural offer of donation. Councillor Brompton.
I move that Council 1 write to the Director-General of the Department of Environment, Tourism, Science and Innovation, accepting and thanking them for the donation of the mural by artist Heather Price. I'm not suggesting we have number 2, remove that. And then 3, allocate $10,000 budget in the Q1 budget review to cover costs of transportation and conservation works of the mural. And it'll become 3, that the potential location for this artwork be discussed at a future council briefing.
It's council briefing.
Briefing, not meeting.
All right. Have a seconder. Councillor O'Neill, would you like to speak, councillor?
Yes, thanks. A couple of years ago, we looked at this artwork, which it's quite beautiful and very indicative of the region, and really appreciate the offer from Queensland Parks and Wildlife to receive that. Just in consideration of the fact that council does own a lot of outward-facing public buildings. We did discuss a couple of years ago a couple of potential options for location, but would like to actually discuss that at a briefing as to whether it's best that council continue to own it and have it on a council premises, or whether a donation to a community group is the is the best way. So that's why I've suggested the change. I think it's wonderful that we accept it, and I hope it becomes available for the general public and tourists to be able to access and see.
Thank you. Anyone else? Councillor O'Neill.
Yeah, thanks, Mayor. I'm more than happy to support this recommendation and echo Councillor Brumpton's comments in respect to the donation from the department, and want to call out in particular the local staff here in Roma that first approached council with the offer of us acquiring this piece of artwork, given that it is iconic to the broader region. It largely depicts the Carnarvon Ranges and was painted by a local from Yulbar, and I think council taking this piece of art into its stewardship will mean that more people will be able to view it. It was commissioned, as you know, the interested people will see in the report, it was commissioned by the Department of Parks and Wildlife a long time ago to be displayed in their office, and was quite nicely displayed in their office in Quinton Street. But since they'd moved, less people saw it, and it was not in an ideal location. So the forward-thinking staff from the department approached council, and again, I thank them for that, because I think this deserves to be hung somewhere very proudly, and for locals and visitors alike to be able to see it. So I thank the department. It's taken a little bit of time to get to this point, but I'm pleased that it's a donation to council, and the community are going to benefit from that.
Thank you. Anyone else like to speak? Would you like to sum up, councillor? Let's go to the vote. All those in favour?
Yes.
Yes.
8-0. 13.4, Maranoa Girathon 2026. Do I have a mover? Councillor Flynn.
I'll move that Council 1 approve and support the Maranoa Triathlon Committee to host a duathlon event on the 12th of September 2026 in Roma. 2, allocate up to $2,000 from work order 19866.2571.2001 Roma in-kind assistant budget. And 3, encourage staff to nominate to participate as part of the Maranoa Regional Council team. And if councillor wishes to participate, advise the CEO.
If a councillor wishes to, that's a good one. Have a seconder? Councillor Brumpton, would you like to speak, councillor?
You'd just like to again.
Did you nominate him?
I have another commitment on that.
I do.
day,
Yes, so do I.
which I think might help me a little bit. No, I'd just like to congratulate the Maranoa Triathlon and Multi-Sports Club on their efforts in the past, and look forward to 2027 when we'll be able to go back and promote a Maranoa Triathlon. I note that there have been a few slight changes to the course this year, and the council staff have been involved with the support request, and would like to thank the group for their efforts in the past 2 years while the pool has been closed.
Yeah, great effort, and maybe they could start in 2027 going down the slide. Anyone else like to speak? No. Well,
Madam Mayor,
yes, when you're ready, councillor.
sorry, I just wondered, would the staff know who's on the committee at the moment? Who's on the Maranoa Triathlon Committee?
Through you, Mayor, Councillor Hancock, not from my understanding.
We don't know who's on the committee.
Oh, sorry. I thought you said this is a staff member on the committee.
That's what I thought you said.
Oh,
too.
sorry. No. I'm just wondering who's on the committee.
Oh, sorry. They just had an AGM last week, but Richard Johnson is who we liaise with mostly. Camille Johnson is involved in the committee as well. Meg Lyons, from my understanding, helps out on the day. I'm not sure if she holds an official position. They're who I'm
They're
aware
the
of.
main people organising. Okay, yeah, thank you.
Mayor, can I move that we defer this now for me to consider whether I have a conflict to declare?
Yeah, we can do that. All those are happy to for later in the meeting. Councillor? For later in the meeting?
Later in the meeting.
All those in favour of laying on the table till later in the meeting?
Yes.
7-0. All right, we'll move on to 13.5, Maranoa Christmas Street Party 2026. Councillor Davis.
I'd like to declare that I have an interest in item number 13.5. The description is Maranoa Christmas Street Party 2026. The declaring councillor is myself, Amber Davis. The action, I inform the meeting that I have a material personal interest due to owning and operating Bessie's Ice Cream Bus, who has previously been a food vendor at the Maranoa Street Christmas Party and would likely do so again. I will now leave the meeting and not participate in the decision.
Councillor Davis has left the room. Do I have a mover? Councillor O'Neill.
I'll move that Council 1 hosts the 2026 Maranoa Christmas Street Party on Thursday, the 3rd of December 2026. 2, approve McDowell Street to be closed from Hawthorne Street to Charles Street from 2:30 p.m. to 10 p.m. on Thursday, the 3rd of December 2026. Seek additional sponsorship opportunities for the 2026 Maranoa Christmas Street Party. 4, authorise the Chief Executive Officer or delegate to sign funding applications and or funding agreements relative to the 2026 Maranoa Christmas Street Party as applicable. 5, form an organising committee comprising of councillor representatives, including councillors that wish to participate, council staff, community and business representatives. 6, coordinate a shop local campaign that is drawn in the week before Christmas. And 7, coordinate a Christmas luncheon in Roma on Wednesday, the 16th of December 2026. And 8, provide operational support to smaller communities who also host Christmas events.
Have a seconder? Yeah. Councillor Vincent, would you like to speak, Councillor?
I've got 2 questions through you, Mayor. Georgie, 2:30, that's a normal start time? That hasn't come forward? That's normal?
Correct.
And just with point 8, provide operational support, we have allocated financial contribution for Christmas to the smaller.
That's correct, Deputy Mayor. They're included within the pre-qualified list, support to the other towns for their Christmas events as well.
It's automatic, they're not applying.
Just through the chair, assuming that council adopts the next report in relation to the adoption of the community grants policy.
Okay, very good. Mayor, to speak to this, this is a wonderful annual event. It has now become council's event to run, which I might add I foreshadowed a long time ago that would happen. But nonetheless, we back it in. It is really well supported by, of course, the Roma community, but more broadly, there's a lot of regional faces that attend this particular annual event. And I know that there are businesses in the main street that greatly appreciate the focus that council puts on in terms of the Shop Local campaign and encouraging our local residents to support our local businesses, particularly over the Christmas season. And I really look forward to playing whatever role I can to support this event again this year.
Thank you. Anyone else like to speak? Let's go to the vote. All those in favour?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
7-0. Thank you.
Excuse me, Mayor.
Yes.
Can we just adjourn for 2 seconds, please? Just sort of need to, I don't know who's in the room for starters, but I just need to ask a question that.
Yeah, we're happy to adjourn.
Yep.
We'll resume the meeting at 9:58. And I just apologise for the adjournment, but we're just going through a couple of conflicts for the new legislation, so we're just making sure we're all on the same track with one of our items on the agenda. So we'll go to L1, updates of the Community Grants Program Policy. Councillor Brompton,
I'll move that we lay this on the table till later in the meeting.
all those in favour?
Yeah.
Yeah.
8-0. L2, development application, material change of use, home-based business, plumbing business, storage and dwelling house domestic outbuilding 126 to 132 Northern Road, Roma, reference 2026/21801. Councillor Flynn.
Yes, I'd like to move that.
Mayor.
Oh, sorry.
Sec-
Sorry, Councillor Burkett, we have a conflict, sorry.
Yeah, I'd like to declare a conflict of interest on item L2, development application, material change of use, home-based business, plumbing business, storage and dwelling house domestic outbuilding 126 to 132 Northern Road, Roma, reference to 2026/21801. Declaring council myself, I'd like to inform the meeting that I have perceived conflict of interest due to close association with Mark Edwards, who was part of Unity Maranoa, who is a neighbour of this applicant. I consider I can act impartially by considering the facts and will participate in the decision. I will manage the conflict by acting impartially.
Thank you, Councillor. Councillor Flynn.
So I'd like to move that council recommend the development application for a material change of use, home-based business, plumbing business, storage and dwelling house domestic outbuilding located at 126 to 132 Northern Road, Roma, properly described as Lot 3 on SP 126472, be approved subject to the listed conditions and general advice below.
Thank you. Seconder, Councillor Vincent, would you like to speak, Councillor?
Could I just make sure the girls have got below on there? Yeah, thank you.
Yep, advice below, yep. Would you like to speak?
Once again, this development application has been the subject of a deal of assessment from our staff in the planning department and the procedural requirements set out by the DA rules that enable the council to decide on this application have been fulfilled.
Thank you. Anyone else like to speak? We go to the vote. All those in favour?
Yes.
Yeah.
8-0. Thank you, ladies. L3, Regional Tourism Infrastructure Fund, Round 2, consideration of project nominations. Councillor Vincent.
I'd like to declare a conflict of interest on L.3, the Regional Tourism Infrastructure Fund, Round 2, consideration of project nominations. Declaring councillor is myself, Jane Vincent. I inform the meeting that I have a material personal interest due to my mother, Janice Humphreys, being the Secretary of Cultural Heritage Injury Preservation Society, who has a project mentioned in the report. I will now leave the meeting and not participate in the discussion.
Thank you. Councillor Vincent has left the room. Councillor O'Neill.
Mayor, I'll move that Council 1 approve the submission of an application to the Regional Tourism Infrastructure Fund Round 2 for the Big Rig Journey Through Time construction project to the value of $300,000, to authorise the Chief Executive Officer or delegate to execute any funding agreement and associated documentation required should the application be successful. 3, work with Yulbar Development Group to develop the Yulbar Cobb & Co Coach Heritage Display project to be ready for future funding rounds of RTIF or other opportunities. And 4, work with Cultural Heritage Injury Preservation Society to develop the Injune Museum Stage 2 to be ready for future funding rounds of RTIF or other opportunities.
Seconded by Councillor Brompton. Would you like to speak, Councillor?
Thanks, Mayor. This is a really exciting project and one that should be considered as part of this funding round with the Queensland government. We had a really great walkthrough yesterday about the scope of the project and and what it will look like when it comes to fruition, and one that will be wonderful to see in the 25th year of the Big Rig tourism asset here in Roma. So very, very happy to see this application being considered as part of this funding round, and fingers crossed it's successful.
Thank you. Anyone else like to speak? Let's go to the vote. All those in favour? All those
Yes.
Yes.
7-0. Thank you, thank you. Councillor Benson is back in the room. L4, adoption of the Maranoa Investment Prospectus. Councillor Brompton, you have a conflict?
Yes, I'd like to declare of interest on item number L4, adoption of the Maranoa Investment Prospectus. The declaring councillor is myself. I inform the meeting that I have a perceived conflict of interest because I am an employee of a renewable energy company, and renewable energy is mentioned in this report. I'll leave the meeting and not participate in the decision.
Thank you. Councillor Brompton has left the room. Do I have a mover? Councillor O'Neill?
Oh, unless, did I just hear Councillor?
Councillor Hancock.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Councillor Hancock?
Love to move this. Thanks, Mayor.
Yep.
I move that council adopts the Maranoa Investment Prospectus as presented.
Seconder? Councillor O'Neill, would you like to speak, councillor?
Yes, please. I'm going to start by saying I wish I was in the room to be able to see the other council faces and the staff's faces to actually have this investment prospectus at the meeting today. It has been, as Portfolio Chair, it's been a really long time coming, but I think that we have developed something that we can be really proud of. And I'd just like to thank our staff, in particular, Tony, Georgia, and Mika. Thank you so much for all your hard work pulling this together. I know that this was an inherited project that you guys took on, and it's been a bit of a journey getting here, but by crikeys, I just think it's something we can be all very proud of. And I can't wait for us to launch this investment prospectus and to take it out of our region and have a document that we're very proud of, and a document that we can look forward to the future of our region and really invite investors to invest in the Maranoa. Why Maranoa? Why now? Because there is endless opportunity in the Maranoa to invest, and this will be one of the tools that we'll be able to use to encourage investment in the Maranoa. So I'm very, very proud to be able to move this investment prospectus today to be adopted.
Thank you. Anyone else like to speak? Councillor Davis.
Thank you. I'm happy to support the adoption of the Maranoa Investment Prospectus. This prospectus showcases a thriving region and a significant investment potential that exists right across the Maranoa. It highlights our region's strengths, our opportunities, and the competitive advantages that make the Maranoa a great place to invest and do business. Importantly, this is more than just a document. It's a high-value tool that will help future-proof the economic prosperity of our region by putting the Maranoa on the radar of investors and showcasing the opportunities that exist here. Through our concierge service, we are also prepared to work alongside businesses and industries hand in hand to help navigate opportunities, make connections, and support investment into our region. This prospectus has been at least 2 years in the making that I'm aware of, but I believe that the quality and professionalism of the final product has been well worth the wait. I would like to thank our economic development team for the considerable work that has gone into bringing this prospectus together. The Maranoa has a strong story to tell, and this prospectus gives us another tool to tell that story, to attract investment, create opportunity, and support the businesses and industries that make our region thrive. I'm very pleased to support this adoption and that the Maranoa is open for business.
Thank you. Anyone else like to speak?
Yes, I will.
Councillor O'Neill.
Thanks, Mayor. I'm pretty excited about this, just as Councillor Hancock is, and I know other councillors in the room as well. It was something that we agreed as a council we wanted to do when we were elected into this term of local government, was to have a prospectus that was showcasing what our region has to offer. whilst it's tabled today and it's exciting that we are tabling that to endorse, of course, we will have the official launch as part of the TSBE event in a couple of weeks. But I want to echo the comments shared by Councillor Hancock in relation to the support that Tony and Mika have put into and Jamie to getting this off the ground. It's a really important document for council. We have a lot to offer, and there's some uniqueness to our region that we should be showcasing. And I think this document certainly encapsulates that. The ownership rests in this room. I think it's one of the most thorough documents that this council has gone over, multiple upon multiple drafts. If we never ask the team to change a photo again, I think they'll be pretty happy with that. But the content really does showcase who we are as a region. The beauty of the businesses that are already established and are driving our economy today, but it showcases the opportunities for more businesses to invest in the Maranoa. And so I can't wait to see this adopted and between our economic team and our councillors and my colleagues, that we are driving this to ensure that we are seeing real tangible outcomes coming from an investment prospectus, and we continue to grow our community for the better.
Thank you. Anyone else like to speak? I'd too like to say thank you, especially for your patience. We know we have tested you time and time again, and we've got a great outcome. So thank you very much to everybody that's put all the hard work in. Did you want to sum up, Councillor Hancock?
No, thank you. I think everyone said all there is to be said about what a great document it is.
Okay, so we'll go to the vote. All those in favour?
Yes.
Yes.
7-0. Thank you very much. Let's get Councillor Brompton back in the room. Are we happy to go into close?
Would you want to go back?
Do you want to go back to yours?
Yeah,
13.4.
so that can be done.
What's
So we'll go back to 13.4, Maranoa Duathlon 2026. And Councillor O'Neill, you have a conflict.
Thanks, Mayor, and thanks for adjourning the meeting so that I could consider this, whether I have a conflict. I am going to make a declaration, but I foreshadow that we are still navigating the changes in the legislation that occurred on the 1st of July, and whilst I have made declarations in and around this particular association in the past, where we'll be seeking advice as to whether that needs to continue into the future based on the changes that came in on July 1st. But nonetheless, I'll item 13.4, description Maranoa Duathlon 2026, declaring councillor is myself. The action: I inform the meeting that I have a perceived conflict of interest due to a close association with Richard Johnson, who is the president of the Maranoa Triathlon and Multisports Club Committee. I consider I can act impartially by considering the facts and will participate in the decision. I will manage the conflict by acting impartially.
Thank you. Councillor Flynn, did you want to move?
You may have had a mover and a second
Yeah, we
already.
did.
Yeah, we've already moved. Yeah.
Righto. Would you like to speak to it?
I think I've summed up. I'll just sum up and say once again, congratulations to this organisation for the way they've continued on with the closure of our Roma pool and made the triathlon a duathlon, and we look forward to 2027 when it will become a triathlon again.
Thank you. Let's go to the vote. All those in favour?
Yes.
Yes.
8-0.
Thank you, councillors.
Thank you. Do you want to move into closed?
I can move.
Councillor O'Neill? Yep.
I'll move that in accordance with section 245J of the Local Government Act 2000. I'll see if I got that right. In accordance with the provisions of section 254J3 of the Local Government Regulation 2012, that council resolved to close the meeting to the public to discuss confidential items that its councillors consider is necessary to close the meeting. in accordance with Section 254J 5 of the Local Government Regulation 2012. The following table provides the matters to be discussed and an overview of what is to be discussed while the meeting is closed. C1 Tender 26048 in June Swimming Pool Management.
Councillor, you didn't mention the time. You missed the at.
I don't normally.
You don't have to say it?
You don't? I've
Oh,
never,
okay.
I
It's just
never
the
have
words.
before. The
Okay.
staff always just put it in.
All right, seconder. Councillor Vincent, all those in favour?
Yes.
Yes.
8-0. Bring the close.
I'll move we go out of closed.
All those in favour?
Yes.
Yes.
0. C1 Tender 26048 Injury Swimming Pool Management. I have a mover. Councillor Vincent.
I move that Council 1 selects Pry Girl as the preferred tenderer 26048 in June Swimming Pool Management for initial term of 3 years with an option for Council to extend the agreement for a further 3 years at the tendered price of $150,000 excluding GST per annum, subject to annual CPI increases. 2, authorise the Chief Executive Officer or Delegate to execute the necessary documentation.
Seconded by Councillor Davis. Do you want to speak, Councillor?
No, I'm good, thank you.
Anyone like to speak? Let's go to the vote. All those in favour?
Yes.
Yes.
8-0. We'll go back to L1. Updates to the Community Grants Program Policy. Councillor Bumpton.
I move that we withdraw this item from the agenda.
Seconder, Councillor O'Neill. Don't need to speak. All those in favour?
Yes.
Yes.
8-0. Thank you. Thank you. If there's no further business, I'll close the meeting at 11:05 and thank you for your attendance.